It's nature pizza.
Dino Deluxe.
Recording's
Oh
going. Okay. So after you guys visit with Langmar and you say your goodbyes to Gwen, you guys make your way. Johnny kind of like is waiting back outside again. He was starting to make his way back towards the gate, and you guys express like, "Hey, nope, we're going that way." And he's like, "Fuck it, okay." So he leads you guys up to the king. As you guys kind of like go through the silver district, you come to the gold district. As you do, you see instead of like shops and keeps and stuff like that, it is fucking mansions and like this is the nice side of town.
Is it nicer than me, or is it like?
I mean,
is it
you
pushing my bank account?
you bougie and you're like, oh, I can respect this wealth.
Cool.
Yeah. So you get into this district and you walk up to the castle, which is like backed up into the wall, very much mysterious like. And as you guys kind of come through, he leads you up a long flight of stairs, and you come to this grand doorway. He's like, well, I was supposed to be back on my post about 30 minutes ago, and it's been about an hour, so I need to get. So.
Oh, sorry, man.
Good
See ya.
luck.
Bye, Johnny Two Swords.
All right, bye.
Have fun, man.
And just.
You're just trying out.
Bree leans over to Miriam and is like, does he actually have 2 swords?
I don't know if we ever established that.
No.
What's a
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Is it?
What's a euphemism?
It means something else.
So what's the second sword?
You know when you peed earlier? That thing.
That's a sword? Can I fight things with it?
Please don't. We don't need to be
It's
threatened with
debatable.
dungeons.
Please do.
Are you made
He's
of
probably got a rock hard
Really?
dick that he can knock someone out with. Whack. God, yes.
So I'm just gonna write club under my equipment real quick.
Oh my god.
1d4
That's
plus
mighty.
damage.
Try connecting to Pretty Fly for Wi-Fi if you're doing Gotham City Fake or whatever.
I mean, it connects and then it disconnects.
Yeah, I know. They both do that
Don't
sometimes.
read it. What's that?
So you usually just gotta try the other one.
Oh,
I need
bless
my
you.
ambiance. Come on. Johnny screams as he's walking down the stairs.
Ambiance.
Oh man, what's the ambiance down there?
It's surreal.
God. And while you're doing that, I look over to Miriam and I go, hey Miriam, I can actually apparently read that paper we got. Do you think I should do that now or later?
Oh shit, can you do it while we're walking? Is that a thing?
You guys are basically standing outside of like the doorway.
Do you want to read this now
It's
before
not-
we go in there?
It's not
or-
magically enchanted. I should just be able to read it.
Okay, let's.
Alright, I cast Comprehend Languages and I touch the paper.
As you do, you see all of the glyphs on the paper
That was good
shuffle
timing.
and rearrange. And as they do, you look at them and you're still really fucking confused.
Weird.
Everything, like, it's letters that you can comprehend, but it's just gibberish on the paper.
What does this mean? Can I make out anything of it? Like any keywords or... Especially
Roll
with
an
the
intelligence
300?
check for me.
Oh boy, I'm good at that. Also, I need to mark my spell slot.
I was gonna say, you're smart.
SMRT.
Oh, fuck. Oh, wait, that's a 9! And then I forgot what my modifier is.
Now I think about it, I should have done Fairy Dragon. Could have just used my mini.
That is a 14.
14. It's hard to make out. You're not sure why this isn't working. The spell was cast, you know the divinity went through it, but just something is on this page that you cannot comprehend. It's all letters that you can understand, but like whatever this message is, it doesn't make sense to you. It's jumbled in some way that it's illegible.
It's a code. I
We
don't know
need
what that
the
is, but
Does
it is.
cipher.
does it look like something that I need, like a key to go with to make out
You
anything?
can't tell.
A decoder ring.
Right.
It's just incomprehensible to you. It just looks like word vomit.
Well, guys, this is a bunch of word vomit. Don't know if this is going to be helpful to us. Should we keep it?
I mean, yeah.
Well, we should keep it. Well,
Who's carrying our bag?
think
Oh, we don't have a Balnor.
do what?
Sorry, NADPOD reference.
Gotcha.
This one? Yeah.
I guess I shall hold on to it for now then, since I'm the only one that can read it.
Yeah, you've got the best chance of being
She
able to read
pockets
it.
it.
Okay.
Cool, man.
Is this Final Fantasy 6?
No, it's Guild Wars.
The woodwinds made me feel cool.
So as you guys are kind of like standing outside of this doorway and deliberating, you hear kind of
We're just like standing at the front door of the castle.
basic. Well, you're standing at the front door of like the king's hall.
Okay.
As you guys kind of hear, you start to hear like muffled voices like getting louder and louder. They're starting to like get into like a really heated conversation. You can't quite make out the words, but you can hear there's a discussion going on this other side.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm
I'll
kidding.
do it.
It's the king.
Throw me through the door.
Do we knock? I guess we
Is
knock.
there like
Is there not
something
like an
outside?
announcer or something?
Yeah, like is there a steward?
Yeah. Presenting! I don't know. Like, that guy?
You would remember that Rasp, Brother Rasp, was the one that kind of
Didn't we hate
Don't.
him?
yeah.
Yeah, we hated him.
He was the one that kind of dealt with the goings on of the king. But that's what you remember. You're hearing like heated conversation coming from between these closed doors.
I pressed my ear against the door.
Roll
With
a
my
perception check.
special elven ears. Was that perception? Shit.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's not good. That's a 3 plus 3 plus
Yeah.
3. That's a 9.
You just hear like wah, 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 wah,
My perception's pretty good now, but still that's a 3.
As you have your ear up to the door and you're kind of listening, you begin to hear footsteps becoming coming towards the door.
I stand back.
Okay. As you stand back, the other door that you weren't standing in front of just slams open. You see kind of a fair-haired, long-bearded man, a bandage wrapped around his arm. Armor a little bit dented and dinged up, a little bit like trail dust built up. He just kind of like brushes past you and starts walking down the hallway.
Okay. I like peek my head around the open door now just to see what's inside.
As you do, you see King Adelberg with like his hand and like head in his hands, just kind of like this, slumped over on his throne, way down the hallway. You see Raph kind of like beckoning towards him and talking in hushed tones.
This is a really big house, you guys.
I'm tempted to do
It's a really
I'm
big
so
house.
tempted to do a goof, but I don't think it'll go over well, so I'm not going to. But I really want to make it smell like skunk under Rasp's nose.
Oh, good.
I really want to,
Do
but I
it.
won't do it.
Find my notes.
Kreese silently encourages him.
Do it.
Really
Do it.
wanna.
Do it. Nope.
But I also kind of want the king to think that Rasp farted.
Did you want some other things?
I
To
need
repay
another
you.
beer.
Okay.
Would you like for me to acquire?
Yes, please. I missed a small amount.
Drinking problem?
Yeah.
Anybody else want up?
No, baby, don't step on this.
But this is what you see.
I don't know
You
how
see
much-
Rasp and Adelberg having a hushed conversation on the throne. As you peek around.
If
the corner.
you need to, you can push the armchair up and make
I'm-
more room for
I'm
yourself.
good.
Okay.
Moving is difficult.
Perpetually. I knock quietly, but loud enough for it to echo.
Okay, as it like carries through the hall, you see both of them stop the conversation. They look up and you see Rasp kind of walk and go back to where kind of like the resting, parade rest stands behind the king, and Adelberg kind of beckons towards you.
Okay.
Coming. I was trying to remember. We don't like Rasp, but I don't think he's that. I was trying to remember who some of these people were.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. So we walk in.
Oh boy.
Or I walk in. Sorry.
No.
I guess I shouldn't speak for everyone.
So as you walk in, who is following?
I'm going to catch up with him and then walk a pace in front of him because I'm the talker.
I'm just happily trailing behind, looking around at the giant room.
Okay.
It's very large.
Just kind of
It's
looking
exciting.
around as well, like, I haven't been here before. Is there any kind of cool architecture?
Okay. As you're looking around, and you as well, you see vaulted ceilings, like cathedral-style roof with painted stained glass on the back. You through the stained glass, you can see like the wall continues to rise even above this point. You see, banners hanging on the sides with various sigils
Are you looking for the
printed
follow-up?
and,
Yeah.
It should be on the counter over
on
there.
each
the
one of
silver
them.
thing.
Yes,
As you
yeah,
kind of come up the like red walkway, carpeted area
works best
across
that way.
like marble pillars and marble floors. This is a very echoey, large, like a lot of pomp and circumstance going on in this room.
Oh boy,
Um,
fancy.
As you guys kind of like walk through, you see a couple of, just at a cursory glance, you see a couple of guards kind of posted off into the corners, just standing and watching. You guys make your way up to the king and step kind of like on the couple of steps down from him.
Oh, my favorite thing in the world.
You like that one too?
David hates them.
I really was disappointed. I thought it was awful.
So good.
That said, if you want a
Favorite.
rosé Angry Orchard, I've got a bunch of those in there as well.
Ooh.
It's pretty good. Tastes a little bit like gummy
And I
worms.
think I'm done with the vodka for the evening.
I'm gonna bow respectfully to the king. I don't curtsy. I'm a lady, but I don't curtsy, so I'm going to bow.
I'm gonna wave at him.
I don't know if I've bowed before.
You
Did I bow last time?
I'm
do
the
a
only
really
one with
bad
social
bow.
tact.
You kind of just
I just
like,
kind of watch what she does and
Cree just kind of brisks her tail back and forth and
hold
looks
on.
at him.
Let me see.
Like
So-
a cat.
Yep. She basically is an old cat.
I rolled a 10 on performance, so I was trying to copy her and did a 10 out of 20 job of it.
Oh, booey.
So, as you guys do your various forms of greeting, Adelberg kind of like does a once over on the group and
Oops, sorry.
um,